going to get the first wash in really fast. So we're going to go into the mixture that's already here. Yeah, I know, sacrilege. And start to bring that down. I need to design this sky around this painting. Now I've got some birds and they're sort of wheeling around in the sky as if it's quite blustery, and I quite like that idea. Let's pop in some straight blue in here, let that do its own thing. And then I'll kind of mix up a bit of a warmer grey here, and we'll come down over here. Not too worried about the tower, so we'll just paint over it, but we will be careful painting around this building here. And then I've gone in closer on the brush, if you notice here, so I can go carefully around this chimney pot. So I'm deliberately putting this sky darker here, around where I want my lightest light to go. Okay, so that part's in itself is planned out. Also, I'm going to need to have some soft edges and some harder edges in the sky. And as I come down to the horizon, another thing to kind of be aware of really is we need to go lighter. So I'm just going to take some water and help these clouds down. Okay, so it's just water, and the paint will do its own thing and run into here now. I've got some hard edges and soft edges. I don't want to be going back into these. I can use a tissue to take out anything that's sort of bugging me, but I quite like the idea of having this light. This will be dark, so with that in mind, I'll just soften off some of these here. If we're going to come in dark, so we've got the light and dark play going on. It's quite easy to go quite mad on this. I will just blur off this edge, just there, and that's probably about it. This is kind of bleeding up, which is a bit of a nuisance, so I'll take out some of these edges here. And add a touch of water, not much, just to run this off into what we've got. So there we go, that's kind of the first stage of the sky. Except I want one tiny little trick, if you like. It's not really a trick, it's pretty well known. I'm just going to clean this paint up in the horizon. A touch of raw sienna, just to warm it up down here. I'll just pop that in, nice and liquid. And then that raw sienna can start to come in. On the foreground, we will leave specks of white running through in places. Kind of want the road to be grey as it comes round. And we'll have a similar dry brush approach here. We can come back to this as just the initial wash. It's kind of early stages really, but that might be quite nice there. Just soften off some of that. Let the liquid do its own thing. Just make sure we've got some white flecks in there. Okay, that's the first stage. Just going to take out that lump of paint. It's kind of bugging me a bit. There we go, takes the eye round, nice and warm. Okay, that will do. obviously we're going to have the road coming round here. And what I'm going to do with that road is I'm going to have that the same colour grey. We've got some white lines down the middle, so but we'll go quite cool on this grey. As we go up, it needs to fade, so we'll be a bit careful around the whites here. Can run this off. So it's kind of going up and disappearing around the corner, basically. There we go. Leave some flecks of white here and there. It's always good to do that. I just might strengthen them up down here a touch. Just add a little bit of variation. There we go. So this is now dried, so we can just test that. Yep, all dried. So we're going to come in now with our second washes, and we're going to work from the back to the front and come in with our next tone. So here we've got touch of cerulean and cobalt blue, and we're going to pop in these distant mountains in here. I'm just going to pop these in, quite simply. I don't need to fuss with these at all. It's just a block of colour really, but that'll create the illusion of recession going back. So there we go on that one. Just going to get some clear or drier brush and just run that off there. There we go, that's better. The other thing I'm going to do is just take a little touch on the end of the brush, you can see there, of ultramarine, and just let it work its way in. I don't want this to be a feature at all, but it's quite nice to get a bit of variation, but I don't want that to show up too much. So I just need to soften this off a touch. If you notice trees and mountains, when they're just reduced to this blue silhouette, they tend to have darker, slightly darker tones at the tops and the tips of them. And the other thing really is to get a little bit of variation. There's a bit of grey there, look. That's working, and because we had the yellow underneath, that kind of works quite nicely. No, we go a bit stronger. Don't want it to be too strong. Look. That works. We'll leave that for the moment. Okay. Kind of balances up with the sky in there. So, next, working forward, we need to think about the types of strokes and colours that we're going to bring in. Just going to quite a dry little mixture here that I want to just quickly bring across, which will form kind of like the basis where the trees are going to come out. And a similar kind of arrangement here, just bringing it down on the edge. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Less is more, as they say. Just smudge that across. And now I need to think about what I'm going to be doing with these buildings and the relationship here. We said this would be our lightest lights. This would be in shadow if the light's coming in this way. We'll have this as the light, shadow, light, shadow, so that's quite nice. these will probably be grey or red roofs. If you're going to go red, it's going to bring it forward, so it's probably a red roof. This one, a grey roof. Let's just pop in using that same mixture. Just that. And then we'll come into this burnt sienna mix. Pop that down in here. It's probably not quite strong enough. Let's just run in some more pigment. Just let it do its thing, which it should do. It's almost there. There we go on that part. We'll come in stronger here. Quite a dry brush. Window here. I'll leave that for the moment. Obviously you want this quite dark, so I might just put this in a kind of black tone in there. So we're trying to get the eye to come here, that's the main thing. Let's keep that white and just come up here. Same with that chimney pot there. I'll pop in some of these windows, just keep them really simple. Same here, but we'll go grey in the back here. We'll need to change brushes in a second. There's a bit of neutral tint, touch of ultramarine. It's too blue, and it's too dark. But that will probably do it as long as we're careful. Let's see when we pop this in. Yeah, that's nice. There we go. Just got to come up here slightly on this roof. There's a bit of a chimney there, so we could have a shadow at the back of it. Yep, that's good. Okay, time to have a little think. I'm having a little look around and seeing what our next move is going to be. Probably this is kind of intimation of another sort of window up here. We'll just for variation's sake, we'll have that as grey, but we'll tone it down a lot. I'm just looking at it, that's better. Remember, it's getting this balance of light and dark kicking around as much as possible. It's about bringing the shadow in across the foreground when we get there at some point. I'm going to now switch across to some smaller brushes and have a think and let some of this dry.